Fans, Commissioner Richard Marshall for CCW. We thank everyone so far for your support for our Stampede 2014 that will be held on January 25th at the Fernandina Middle School. Now I would like to address what happened on last week's show with Rock and Roll Chris Turner. The letter that he was handed was from the Mystery Attacker. Now, the letter stated that it demands a match with Rock and Roll Chris Turner, but CCW cannot sanction any match that would occur between these two combatants. So what I've decided to do is have Rock and Roll Chris Turner decide whether or not he wants to meet the Mystery Attacker in the ring, and I will allot him time for that match to occur at Stampede 2014. But here at CCW, we will not sanction that match. Have a safe and wonderful New Year.
Welcome everybody. Happy New Year's to you. Hope you had a safe New Year's Eve, and then hopefully this right here will be the beginning of a beautiful 2014 for you. This is Jerome Jackson welcoming you to another week of Superstars of the Ring. Now, as you heard at the beginning of the show, Commissioner Marshall laying down the law and letting you know what was going on when we ended our show last week. I know it seemed kind of hectic and whatnot, but we're going to go into some footage right now of reactions from this letter that was sent to us from the Mystery Attacker to Rock and Roll Chris Turner. Just had to ask.
Where was you at?
I believe I was somewhere in the back doing what I'm supposed to be doing, my job. But okay, not right now, not right now. Let's hold back on that. Okay, so really, right now? Do we really going to do this now? Is everything all right? Was that a bill or something? Like the guy give you this, a bill on air? Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. On that note, there you have it. The reactions from Rock and Roll Chris Turner. I mean, I read the letter. I saw. Wow, I saw what was on it, and the one thing that stood out the most, I mean, other than all the obscene language and the vulgarity, was the comment of how this Mystery Attacker stated how he will make sure that the career of Rock and Roll Chris Turner is as dead as Chris Turner's mother. Harsh words from a man who has not been able to show his face and has attacked many people from behind here in CCW. Now, Commissioner Marshall did say that he will grant the time. However, this will not be a sanctioned match from CCW. So we're now just waiting to hear from Rock and Roll Chris Turner if he accepts. And speaking of other matches for this year's Stampede in Fernandina Beach Middle School, January 25th, we will still have our 20-man Battle Royal, which will feature a star-studded mounts of superstars here from the CCW roster, including that of the Revelator Kevin Toole, that of Skylark and also Romeo De La Guerrera. And speaking of Romeo, here in our match of the week, you could also see this as a rematch, per se, come the main event of Stampede. We have Romeo taking on CCW champion Jonathan Wells. our CCW champion, Jonathan Wells, looking as impressive can be, taking out Romeo De La Guerrera with a submission win. I mean, we don't really see Jonathan do a lot of submission holds, but that right there shows his technicality in the ring. And also, speaking of Romeo, Romeo is getting healed up after that match. He said he will be ready for Stampede 2014 at the Fernandina Beach Middle School, January 25th. And speaking of Stampede, we do have certain matches already ready for that. As you already know, the 20-man Battle Royal will be set and star-studded. And the winner of that Battle Royal will be going one-on-one in the main event for the CCW Championship against the future Jonathan Wells. Also set for Stampede 2014, the tag team titles will be on the line, as you will see the Society of Sin going against I guess you would say a hodgepodge tag team. Two guys who have never tagged together before, but yet again are two tag team experts. You have one half of Zero Gravity, Christian Evans, formerly Christian Star, teaming up with one half of the Marx Brothers, a former 5-time CCW tag team champion himself, Julian Marks. And hopefully those guys will be able to coexist in the same ring, since this will be the first time they've ever worked together. As well as you might, we're still waiting to hear word from Rock and Roll Chris Turner. Hopefully next week we'll hear from him if he will be facing this mystery attacker. And making this return here in CCW, it will be the alternative title being defended at Stampede 2014. And next week we will have more about the alternative title match and also the alternative title's history here in CCW, since it is older than me. Now, speaking of what's going on here, we're doing a voting for the most important players of CCW of this year. We're going to give you, CCW fans, the opportunity to vote for Personality of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Match of the Year, and Superstar of the Year. And Personality, hopefully you'll be voting for me. Just let you know, this is how you can do it. You go to ccwrestling.biz, click on voting, and follow the instructions. And once you vote, you have already submitted yourself and given yourself the opportunity to win 4 free tickets to see Stampede 2014. Now, this right here can be very, very big, so take your time and also vote as many times as possible, because we all here in CCW love our fans. Now, as I like to sign off, I was told weeks ago we're not going to be showing these clips, but as a mandate from our producer, our head producer, Mark Falcone, we have one more clip of the mystery attacker that he wants to be shown. He's a little upset about this. So this is Jerome Jackson signing off, and I'll tell you, see you in the ring next week. Have yourself a great 2014, and I hope I don't get fired for what's about to be shown.
I think it's ridiculous that everybody in the CCW locker room seems to think it's okay to point the finger at us, the collective, saying we're the ones doing the jumpings. Yeah, we are the baddest group in CCW. We are the meanest sons of you-know-what in CCW, but I can guarantee you we are not the ones. Jerome.
Hey, you want to come out here and see this, man. You want to come out here and see this.
Right, Mark. Hey. Jerome, who did it?
I have no idea who did it.